stream here. So this is really, really quick. Hope you're all doing well. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Just a really quick stream because we've got some news. So, yay, we got some news. I've just been out and about. So what we've got Xenophon Davis, the law firm that is representing Kristo, has stated that the bail condition prohibiting Kristo from passing Parliament House has been lifted. He can go to school without fear of arrest. Looking forward to receiving the police evidence in a few weeks' time. Yes, he can now go to the Conservatorium of Music without being fearful of being arrested. That is pretty amazing. So that's the only update that I've got at this point, and that is from Xenophon Davis. But I thought it was a great update and one that we needed to share. Hi, Lily. How are you? Good. I know this is totally unplanned and, will only be very, very short. So I want to know, I too can't wait to see what the police evidence is. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what they've got for Kristo. But yes, good news, at least. Hey, what do you reckon? But the fact that was even in question is ludicrous. You are correct, Ben. It is ludicrous that it was even in question. I have problems when somebody else has restrictions on them for going about their daily life. Oh, thank you, Lily. I'm a good YouTuber. Thank you very much. I've actually been out and I've actually just got home and I just went, I haven't seen a court update. And I thought, I'll just go and, so I've just seen this tweeted. So it was tweeted at 11:47 a.m. So not long ago. And that was the outcome they wanted. They wanted him to be able to pass by Parliament House to go to uni. I'm waiting to see whether a news agency does a report on it, and that's what I'm just checking now to see if there's any update on that. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for subscribing. I just really appreciate all my subscribers and all my members and all the people that support me and follow me. How are you all going? I've just heard that Alice Springs has just gone into a 72-hour snap lockdown. That's pretty scary. Adelaide's just got a case. Absolutely appreciate the updates on the cases. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I've tried. As I said, I'm trying to just get news stories, but they're the media. You've got 3 days. Has that been extended or is that still the same 3 days? Because Queensland had some more, haven't they? Well, I'm in Melbourne, and at the moment well, I'm not saying that we're free. We've still got restrictions, but we're not in lockdown at the moment, which I find to be totally and utterly ironic, actually. 3 a.m. here. Is afternoon over there. I'm learning to understand time. So, hello, Ballistic. It is just gone 12:05. I've just finished my lunch, actually. So, yeah. So far, still the same, but I think it's the right thing to do. Cool. Yeah. So last 6 days ago, when Kristo went to court, the Perth papers were the first ones to report the outcome of the hearing, but there's been nothing at the moment. So I'm just going to check the Perth papers to see. All right, you need to do chores. Okay, Lily, you go do chores. But as I said, he's had his bail condition lifted, and that's really what I jumped on to tell you all. And that's all. And that's the main thing that we've got is that Kristo can now walk past Parliament House to go to uni or to go to school. In fact, it's all about everybody. So no one's really talking about No one's talking about Kristo. Anyway. But those bail conditions are fairly, are just not good, are they? To be honest. But anyway, we know that they've gone now. So what else would people like to talk about while I'm on? I won't make this a long one because I want to just, put some links and everything in. But yeah, I will definitely do another video when I get more information about the court hearing. But the main thing I wanted to share was that the bail conditions were lifted, as reported by Xenophon Davis. And Kristo has had that removed. So I think he's had all his bail conditions removed now, which is really quite interesting, which is also quite embarrassing, in my opinion. So, but Kristo does look very happy. Kristo looks happy. I think South Australia has got a case now as well, so that's getting pretty scary. And this is the barrister that's representing Kristo at the court. So my question is, what do you think the police evidence will be? What do you think the police evidence will show? I think the charges can be dropped anywhere between now and before the hearing. But as I talked about last night on my stream, they actually have to prove a couple of things. Let me just pull those back up again. About the stalking and intimidation. They've got to actually prove a couple of facts. Where are we? They have to prove that it was deliberate, and was one of the things that I talked about last night. So we're going to go and have a look at what the police says. Okay, let's see. So the police says, this is the police website. So the police says that the following of a person, or about watching or frequently the vicinity of or approaching to a person's place of residence, business or work, or place a person frequents for the purposes of any social or leisure activity. Stalking involves a persistent course of conduct. Whoops, it's not up. Actions intended to maintain contact with, exercise power or control over another person. These actions cause distress, loss of control, fear, harassment. So they can be phone calls, text messages, social media, notes left on cars, strange or unwanted gifts, and awareness that they are being followed, or being continually stared at or gestured by another person. Okay, and see, normally you would go for an AVO, an apprehended violence order. But Braz didn't do that. He went straight to arrest. See, it says you're going to make a record of being stalked. Offender information. Incident 1. So even by the police own website, they didn't follow the correct procedure. They just went in and arrested and then put in these horrible bail conditions. So, yeah. I'm just going to history. I'm just looking at last night. Oh, here we go. History. Because last night I had some stuff up. I hope you're doing really well. How are you all going? I've had a lot of stuff open. I've had a lot of stuff open. A lot of stuff. Where are we? A lot of the same stuff open. Just going to open up the page now. So, here we go. So remember, they have to prove a couple of things in court. Here we go. Stalking or intimidation charges. So this is what they have to prove. So they have to prove that the conduct is considered intimidating or stalking, that it was intended to cause fear of physical or mental harm, or we're aware that the conduct is likely to cause fear in another person. If the prosecution is unable to prove each of the following, your charge will either get dismissed or withdrawn early in the negotiations. There is no need for the police to prove that the alleged victim actually feared physical or mental harm. So this is the thing. Braz does not need to prove anything. The onus is on Kristo to prove that his conduct was not intimidating and that it wasn't intended to cause any harm. That's what he needs. This is on Kristo. What do you reckon about that? It's on Kristo has to prove it. And it's also got to be beyond reasonable doubt. As I said last night, even if we took part 1 into consideration and we said it was considered intimidating or stalking, I can't really come up with a justification to say that part 2. Or even if you said that part 2 was correct, you could struggle with part 1. So I don't know how you go about getting both parts, part 1 and 2, beyond reasonable doubt. Maybe the first incident, you could say, could cause fear in a person, but I wouldn't say it may not be condemned stalking or intimidating. But the second incident, you can't. It's hard to see either, to be honest. But I'm not. And remember, Kristo wants a jury trial, so this is what a jury would have to determine. And the jury is made up of people like you and me. And if I was the media, I'd be very concerned about what this would imply. So I'm going to finish up now. But look, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me what you think. What do you think about the fact now that those bail conditions have been lifted, that he now can go to university without worrying about being arrested? What do you think about the standard that needs to be proved in court? Do you think that there is? Do you think that there is able to be proof beyond reasonable doubt, or do you think that there is some doubt? Do you think that they can get one but not the other? Tell me what you think. I'll be really interested to know what you think. So please tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.